Shalom. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. I also want to acknowledge all the Akyam for pushing this truth with sincerity, alright? So I'm going to go into Acts chapter 9 and verse 32. I'm going to start. It says, "And it came to pass, as Peter passed throughout all quarters, he came down also to the saints which dwelt at Lydda. And there he found a certain man named Aeneas, which had kept his bed 8 years, and was sick of palsy." So this dude had the cerebral palsy, alright? "And Peter said unto him, Aeneas, Yahushai maketh thee whole. Arise and make thy bed. And he arose immediately. And all that dwelt at Lydda and Saron saw him, and turned to Yahushai. Now there was at Joppa a certain disciple named Tabitha, which by interpretation is called Dorcas. This woman was full of good works and alms deeds which she did." So this is an account of an elect woman, alright, who was named Tabitha, but then her other name by interpretation was Dorcas. So verse 37, and actually, you know what, let's go to Ezra for a real quick precept. Ezra 3 and 7. "They gave money also unto the masons and to the carpenters, and meat and drink and oil unto them of Zidon and to them of Tyre, to bring cedar trees from Lebanon to the sea of Joppa, according to the grant that they had of Cyrus king of Persia." Alright, so that was just going in on Joppa. Alright. So let me see what alms deeds are. An act of giving alms, this woman was full of good works. Okay. So it was charity. That's what that other precept was going into. Like charity. So let's get back. Because they gave money, meat, drink. So it's like an offering or charity. Acts 9:37. "And it came to pass in those days that she was sick and died." So this girl Tabitha, or Dorcas, she died. "Whom they had washed, they laid her in an upper chamber. And forasmuch as Lydda was nigh to Joppa, and the disciples had heard that Peter was there, they sent unto him 2 men, desiring him that he would not delay to come to them. Then Peter arose and went with them. When he was come, they brought him into the upper chamber." So these two towns were close to each other, Lydda and Joppa, and Peter went to go be with the brothers, be with the disciples. So let's keep reading. "Then Peter arose and went with them." This is verse 39. "When he was come, they brought him into the upper chamber, and all the widows stood by him weeping and showing the coats and garments which Dorcas made while she was with them." So this woman, she was, she had skills. She made garments. More than likely, she was making garments for the brotherhood, for the disciples. All right. "But Peter put them all forth, and kneeled down and prayed, and turning him to the body said, Tabitha, arise. And she opened her eyes, and when she saw Peter, she sat up. See, so this is heavy, man. We're going to get spiritual powers to the point where we're going to be able to bring dead people back to life, man. You know, just like Peter did here. Who, you know, through the reincarnation, Peter was the same soul as King David, all right? And let me see. Acts 7, and we'll go to 60. And he kneeled down and cried with a loud voice, Yahushai, lay not this sin to their charge. And when he had said this, he fell asleep. Okay, so that was just the account of Stephen right after he got stoned. But the precept is there because they both kneeled down. So when you kneel down and pray with your arms out, hey, it's powerful. We go back to Acts 9 and 41. And he gave her his hand and lifted her up. And when he had called the saints and widows, presented her alive. Showing you that the saints were all males, okay? Because they distinctly separate that, the widows and the saints, okay? Verse 42, and it was known throughout all Joppa, and many believed in Yahushai. And it came to pass that he tarried many days in Joppa with one Simon, a tanner. Alright, so after he did this miracle, he dwelled with Simon, the sorcerer, alright, who was converted to the truth. So, you know, I just wanted to go in on this because you know, the Lord brought it to my attention that, you know, not only Yahushai, but hey, even the elect, the prophets, they're gonna have the spiritual power and the ability to bring forth people who die. So, you know, Esau, they may kill. If Esau kills one of your family members, one of your kids, during Jacob's trouble, hey, that's the kind of power we're gonna have, man. We'll be able to bring people back to life, man. You know, and it's just a portion of this power that we're gonna have during Jacob's trouble, when the Lord is waxing strong in the spirit in us, through us, you see. But you know, I just thought that was a Yapa chapter because during the call, our conference call, I actually brought it up, you know, saying how, you know, we're gonna be, we know we have to suffer in this truth. But it's going to be Yapa, you know, I didn't realize that, hey, yeah, we're going to suffer, but we're also going to have spiritual power, man. If something happens to one of our kids or whatnot, or whatever, you know what I mean? It may not even be one of our family members, but, you know, we're going to be able to put hands and pray. And by the spirit of power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, we're going to have power to make the dead alive, man. So with that, you know, I just want to do a quick hitter. But I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akyam for pushing this truth with sincerity, alright? Shalom to the elect.